Stop number 21 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us from the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York to the equally beautiful Irish Hills of Brooklyn, Michigan. And lying in the middle of those Irish Hills is a big 2-mile D-shaped racetrack there full of fun racing and fast speeds up. And I'm talking speeds upwards of about 185 to 190 miles per hour around this racetrack. It's Michigan Speedway, so we're right here today for the second time this season. As we're here for 30 laps of racing today at the running of the Champion Spark Plug 400. As we have 37 cars ready to go here today, and here's your starting lineup. On the pole it is Jessica Shelton in car number 11, the Boazzer Ford. Her two-time winner season so far. She won at Martinsville and again at Talladega. She's alongside Dylan Young in number 2, the winner this season at Dover. Second row is car 71, Charles Sanford, the Big Apple Markets Chevrolet, and number 43, Mike Becker, the STP Pontiac. Third row is car number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, the winner this season at Indianapolis and at Sonoma. He's alongside number 21, Quentin Moore, winner at North Wilkesboro this season. Going to row number 4, it's car number 90, Caleb Fogler. He won the first Pocono event this season. He's alongside 42 car Kyle Matthews, winner this season at Darlington. Next row down is car 52, Seth Cullen, the Hurley Limo Ford. He's alongside number 5, Austin Reed, coming up with that big victory at Watkins Glen. Next row down is number 33, Nathan Orman, the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile, and beside him number 8, Joshua Osborne, winner of the second Pocono race this season, the Snickers Ford, car number 8. Next row down is number 28, Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford, and number 1, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. It is Trent Dunham behind the wheel. Trent winner this season at Riverside. Keith was the winner this season at Rockingham, and again the 400 at Daytona. Next row down, Colin Cropley. Still yet to get a win this season, but he hopes to here in the last few races of the season we got left. Beside him is the points leader, Raphael Leduc, in the Trop Bartic Phillips 66 Ford, car 66. Next row down is number 94, the Sunoco Ultra Ford of Dylan Poteet. Beside him is number 30, Zachary Fitzwater, Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down, Tito McCoy in car 49, the Ameritron Batteries Chevrolet. Beside him will be number 9, Cody McGurk in the Melling and Performance Ford. Next row down is number 55. It is the car of Alexander Rowe behind the wheel in the Jasper Engines Ford. Beside him is number 17. That is excuse me. It is Reggie Fogelman in car 17, the Western Auto Chevrolet. Next row is number 22, Mitchell Hodak in the Maxwell House Ford. He'll be back with us ride next season. And Paul Minnick in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Next row down is number 90, I should say number 75, a Raymond Oldsmobile driven by Laura Chung. Flanking her outside is car number 83, John Andrews. Next row down is Eric Monaco going for the Michigan Sweep. He won the last time he was here in the Kodak Film Chevrolet, car number 4. And number 15, the winner of the 600 at Charlotte, it is Aubrey Scott. Next row down is number 16, Alan Liara in the Keystone Beer Ford, and number 18, Noah Sewell in the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. Next row down is number 98, Ryan Bromberg, the Molly Black Gulf Chevrolet, and number 68, Ben Cohen in the Country Time Ford. And next row down is number 7, Lyle Austin in the Hooters Ford, and number 10, that is Andrew Miller in the Pure Later Chevrolet. And starting shotgun is Tori Gossett in car 26, the Quaker State Ford. It's going to be fun to see Tori trying to make her way through the field here at Michigan Speedway. In-car cameras today, cameras will be carried by Charles Sanford, Quentin Moore, and Keith Batson. Those will be our 3 in-car cameras in today's event here at Michigan Speedway, as 37 cars are ready to thunder for 30 laps here today on this 2-mile racetrack here. It is a sold-out crowd here at the racetrack at Michigan Speedway, all waiting to see who at the end of this event will be the winner here today. As we have after this event here at Michigan, this is race number 21 on the season. We will have 10 races to go. After this race is over, here we are, 20 races in the books, and 11 races left on the season here in this event this season. Here's the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, start That
should be ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. We have a lady on the pole for this event. So, as the pace car is going around for the pace time, we're going to start the race right after this here at Michigan. Field making their way through turns number 3 and 4 as we're about to get set for racing here today at Michigan Speedway, the Champion Spark Plug 400. As we are about to, as Jessica Shelton in the 11 car and Dylan Young in car number 2, the 2 cars that will lead them to the green flag here. We have Ford and Pontiac on the front row, Chevy and Pontiac on the second row, Chevy and Ford on the third row, then Ford, Pontiac on the fourth row, and Ford, Chevy on the fifth row. As the green flag flies, and we are racing at Michigan. Field getting spread out here. 4 wide into turn number 1. Cole Deaver. Low side from his 5th position starting spot. Will take second position away as they come off the second turn. Caleb Fogler. And we got problems on the back stretch. It is, look at Tito McCoy on the way on the low side in the 49 machine. He's down on the low side on the apron of the track here. Trent Dunham was another car that was involved, and they did not wreck somehow. I do not know how it did not happen. We'll look at that one again and see what happened right there a little bit later. And Cole Deaver leads his first lap of the race here, by the way. And problems up to number 2. Charles Samper and Keith Batson involved. Quentin Moore's involved. There's Alexander Rowe. No, nose all bent up on that number 21 Sitco machine as Cole Deaver looks like it's going to lead him back to the start-finish line to take the caution flag. We'll take a look at what happened, and also the deal that happened between Trent Dunham and Tito McCoy. Now, first off, there's what happened between Trent Dunham and Tito McCoy. As Dunham tried to drive away from Joshua Osborne as Dunham slams the wall hard into the backstretcher. I don't know how that did not cause the yellow flag to fly. Dunham put her back in gear and accelerated down, and I mean, just mowing the grass at about over 100 miles an hour around this racetrack here at Michigan Speedway. Tearing up the beautiful grass here on this track here. And Tito McCoy, all things considered, came out of this whole thing hale and hearty. Now here's what happened between Sanford and a host of others on the backstretch here. This is what happened in turn number 1. And oh my gosh, Quentin Moore with a bad crash right there on turn number 2. Sanford, Batson, and a couple others that got through okay, but watch Quentin Moore in the 21 car. Unbelievable. Quentin Moore had to be thinking, what in the world happened? I mean, just did a strange pirouette there on the back, off the second corner. That's what it looked like right there. I mean, that didn't look like any ordinary flip I've ever seen. But it is Cole Deaver leading the start finish line with Colin Cropley in second position. Then it's Nathan Orman, Dylan Pote, and Caleb Fogler. Your top 5 will be back in a moment for the restart. Back at Michigan Speedway here, Cole Deaver is your leader in car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. As we have 3 cars out of the event here. There's so far after that second lap crash, Alexander Rowe, Keith Batson, and Quentin Moore all out of the event here because of the crash here. Trent Dunham, the only car running that was involved. He was involved in that first lap deal between him and Tito McCoy, where he slammed the wall hard. And Trent's lucky that car didn't suffer any more damage than it could have possibly after a crash like that, especially in a high-speed accident. But Trent's still out there like a Timex, took a licking and keeps on ticking here. He's 34th, one lap down here. 34 cars remain, and 33 of them on the lead lap. Charles Sanford, the only one, also the only other one that's still running after their altercations they suffered here in the first couple laps. There will be on lap number 7 when this race restarts here. Cole Deaver, Colin Cropley, Nathan Orman, Dylan Pote, and Caleb Fogler, your top 5. Then it's Osborne, Seth Cole, Jessica Shelton, Mitchell Hodak, and John Andrews, your top 10. Green flag back out, back underway at Michigan. We're going to take a look at Trent Dunn and his car. Very slow getting up to speed here after what had happened here. As several cars playing a game of where do I go when I get there, as Mike Becker jumps up in front of Kyle Matthews in car 42, and now Eric Monaco does not know who he wants to what he wants to do. Now Dunham decides to hold up Matthews on the outside. Zachary Fitzwater also in that line as well too, as is Reggie Fogelman, Paul Minnick, and Tito McCoy, ironically, and the 7 car of Lyle Austin says, "I've had enough of this," and whoa, he just zips by Paul Minnick. Minnick just about sideswiped the 7 car, looked like right there as they come on the front stretch right there, and now they were almost 5 wide. Look at Paul Minnick. I mean, Paul Minnick right up the middle. I mean, they were almost 5 wide on the front stretch, and they after getting by that slow car, finally they've all gotten by the number 1 machine, and now Dylan Pote, who led the last time by, now he and Joshua Osborne side by side off turn number 4. Now Caleb Fogler gets in the mix at number 90 car, and it's Splitfire Sparkplugs Ford. And Osborne leads his first lap of the race to come on the front stretch now. Three wide among several cars here. Rafaela Duke, Nathan Orman, and Jessica Shelton's 3 wide off the second corner here. And Austin Reed looking for 2 wins in a row. He won under caution at Watkins Glen. And according to Austin, that caution could not have come at a better time for him. And Dylan Young down the low side, the outside pulls over to Savannah as they come off the 4th corner now. And give a call to that 12 car. How about Christian Bracken in the Red Buses Ford car number 12? He's up there now. He was in 11th position the last time by. Lap number 10 of racing here happening at Michigan right now. It's a kind of backstretch here. Ali Liara in the number 16 machine, the Keystone Beer Ford. Looking to the low, trying to find something in the middle of the racetrack here as Colin Cropley gets by, and now Mike Becker in the 43 car. He's now getting past as well too in an STP Pontiac. Becker that time by clocked in 13th position in the STP machine, as now he and Cropley try to get something going in the middle of the racetrack here. Now Jessica Shelton, like a bat out of you know where, comes up the middle of the racetrack here, and she's got Laura Chung behind, and Cole Deaver on the low side in the number 3 machine. Back to the leaders here, as now Joshua Osborne just now lost the lead to Caleb Fogler in car number 90 machine. He is looking for his second victory of the season, as Rafael LeDuc and 94 of Dylan Poteet tried to spoil Fogler's chances of it right here. And Dylan Young pulling up behind the number 2 machine. Off the 4th turn to come, they're just enjoying some tremendous action here. As now you see Colin Cropley, low side of the track here, getting around trying to get around the 43 car of Mike Becker. Is now Fogler and Poteet side by side for the top spot here, and give it to Dylan Poteet, car number 94. And now Rafael LeDuc to the low side. LeDuc trying to extend his points lead towards the championship. That 66 machine, as now he's got Joshua Osborne behind him in that number 8 machine. 4 Fords in the top 4 spots here, and a Pontiac in 5th. Colin Croppley, the leading Chevrolet in 6th position right now, and that number 25 car is now Vogler swings down, tries to swing down the left side here, and thought about squishing in between Croppley and Osborne, thought better of it, and they come into turn number 1 now. Cars up ahead for the position. That's Trent Dunham who are pulling up behind. And Dunham, whoa, just about put LeDuc in the wall. And now Joshua Osborne zips by to take the lead and brings Cole Deaver, Mitchell Hodak, Jessica Shelton, and the 12 car of Christian Bracken and Nathan Orman zips by as well too in the 33 machine. When Trent Dunham's car, I think, evidently has no... I'm going to look at Trent's telemetry right there. He's stuck in 3rd gear, and that's what I'm noticing. Trent's stuck in 3rd gear. He's got no 4th gear on his Skull Classic Oldsmobile. That's why he's only running at about only 161 miles an hour. Yeah, look at the tachometer right there. It is 9,000 RPMs all the way around the racetrack right there, and that orange light blinking you see right there on the dash, that is actually the shift light, and Trent cannot shift in the high gear. So that's the word right there. No 4th gear on Trent Dunham's car. He's going to have to drive around in 3rd gear all race long and just hope for the best. Meantime, Joshua Osborne and Cole Deaver for the top spot right now. The 8 and the 3 machines, and now Laura Chung and Jessica Shelton, 2 of the ladies up the low side of the racetrack. Trying to go for the top spot right there as Chung goes up the high side right there. Shelton dips low. She's got LeDuc behind her. And down the front stretch they come here, and then Raphael LeDuc, low side, goes for the top spot, or goes for the 2nd position at least right there, and Shelton and Osborne almost trading a little bit of paint there. And Christian Bracken, that's one of Colin Croppley's drivers in that number 12 Rebus's Ford. He's now pulling up behind a 66 machine of Raphael LeDuc. They're trying to make his way through the field. Bracken again is one of the rookies in the field there. He and yeah, I'm trying to think. There was a couple other rookies in this field right there. Christian Bracken's one of them in the field of rookies. Where as I'm looking through the orders we got on the excuse me. Bracken was at the high side right now as he yeah. There's another rookie down the low side. That's Andrew Miller in a 10 machine. Miller that time by clock in 12th position. He's having a solid run in that number 10 Purelator Chevrolet. Coming to start-finish line. See who leads this lap. It looks like it's going to be Shelton at the line. And give a call to the 83 car. How about John Andrews? Up in the top 5 right now. Well, he was top 5 right there. He's going to get hung up on the high side. And Kyle Matthews all of a sudden now joins the fray, as does the 68 car of Ben Cohen in the Country Time Ford. Of course, next race on the tour will be the race. Cohen is the defending champion of that, being the Busch 500 at Bristol, the night race at Bristol Motor Speedway. That'll be the next on the tour. Then after that, we'll be going to Darlington for the Southern 500, and after that that'll be the 23rd race of the season. 24th race of the season will be at Richmond. Race number 25 will be at Dover. Race number 26 will be at Martinsville. Then race 27 at North Wilkesboro. Race 28 at Charlotte. Race number 29 at Phoenix. Race number 29 will be at Rockingham. Race 30 will be at Phoenix. Race 30, and the final race of the season will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway. That should be your final race. That'll be the remaining races on the tour for the Cup Series here. Cody McGurk goes up the high side of the racetrack right now. And we are getting word Tori Gossett's now out of the race in the 26th machine. She is now dropped to the... She'll finish 34th with, as she had a mechanical failure that knocked her out of the race. So tough weekend for Tori Gossett in the Quaker State team. She finishes 34th in today's event. There, as we continue to look at this field, look at this 3 wide racing, and we're already down to 10 laps remaining here in this fast-paced race. That is the Champion Spark Plug 400. We'll give and look at the fastest lap of the race so far, set by that number 2 car on the inside. That's Dylan Young. As whoa, they're 4 wide. Trent, they caught Trent on him again. That number 1 car. Keep an eye right there. This could be trouble in turn number 1 here. But I was going to say, Dylan Young is the fastest lap race so far at 186.809 miles an hour. And yeah, Dunham is just. I'm trying to think how many laps down does this put Trent right now in this event. He is now 3 laps down. Sanford is 1 lap down. So 33 cars remain in this event, and 31 of them remain on the lead lap. It's now Brian Brommer. '98 car. He's also off pace in that Molly Black Gold Chevrolet. He's got some damage to the back of that Molly Black Gold machine. He's 31st now. He's been put 1 lap down. So 30 cars are now on the lead lap here at Michigan Speedway. As we're already closing, as we're already less than 10 laps from the finish now. We are on lap 23. We'll be down to 7 to go this time by. Well, it's looking like it's going to be a tremendous finish here at Michigan, as Caleb Fogler, Jessica Shelton, and Dylan Poteet go for the lead. Fogler by 3 thousandths led that lap over Shelton, and now here comes Poteet low side. He's got the blow line in that number 94 car, and he'll go for the lead. Colin Cropley gets into it. Ali Liara gets into it in the 16 machine. And here comes number 7, Lyle Austin. We haven't talked about him much this season. He has had he's just had a crabby year this season. But he's right now running in the top 10 at this point for now. As now Ben Cohen and Mitchell Hodak goes low side, and Paul Minnick gets into it as well, the Daytona 500 champion. Meantime, Tito McCoy, Christian Bracken, Laura Chung, Joshua Osborne, Dylan Young, Austin Reed, Cody McGurk. All in this pack of cars right there. Cody McGurk could be in for a good finish. A man who dazzled them all at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Winston All-Star Weekend, winning the Winston All-Star Open, then winning both segments of the All-Star race. He pretty much made it a clean sweep during All-Star Weekend at Charlotte. And he had a decent run in the 600 as well, too, at the event. So you get back, McGurk's going to be happy when they get back to Charlotte for the Melly Yellow 500, the 28th race of the season. And oh my gosh, they are 4 wide. Look at this up turn number 2. Oh my gosh, keep it. Oh my gosh. They somehow managed to keep the handle right there. Charles Sanford holds up the outside pack now in a 71 car. Charles right now running in 32nd position. He is 2 laps down now. And oh my gosh, they're going to be 4 wide in the turn number 1. I do not like this right there. And with all this shuffling happening now, Seth Cole is now going to be your leader. In 52 car, the winner this season at Atlanta. In the first Atlanta event here, the Hurley Limo Ford, he's out in front, but he's going to be a sitting duck right there, because here comes Mitchell Hodak and Nathan Ormond. Ormond's won here before at Michigan. Hodak has never won here. In fact, I don't think he's ever won a cup race in his career in this series. This is going to be a first. If Mitchell can can pull it off here. But here comes Ormond, Fogler, and the 66 car of LeDuc. Raphael LeDuc there. I tell you what, that car's been on a string of good finishes here. Continue to extend his points lead towards the championship. Fogler gets by Hodak. Here comes Fogler instead of Ormond. And all this is just letting Seth Cole just pull away there in that number 52 car. Oh, and Seth got held up by Trent Dunham, and here comes... Oh my gosh! That just screwed over Seth Cole right there, and now Seth pulls back ahead as Dunham decides to troll the 66 car of Raphael LeDuc and Kyle Matthews, and that's going to let, I think, Joshua Osborne out in front with Cole Deaver second. And the white flag is going to wave this time by here. Now it's going to be, it's basically a 3-car battle now between Osborne, Deaver, and Fogler now for the win. Seth Cole trying to pull right back up to the front spot. Deaver to the inside in turn number 1. The white flag is waved. Deaver to the low side. Osborne high side. Ford low side. Ford on the high side. Chevy on the low side. Fogler pulls back on the inside of Osborne for second place. Deaver leads him into turn 3. They come off turn number 4 now. Fogler tries to get a draft off Osborne's cars. They come off the 4th turn now. And the start finish line checker flags about to wave here and say hello to your first 3-time winner of the season. Cole Deaver wins the Champion Spark Plug 400. It is Deaver's 3rd victory of the season, the first to win 3 times this season. He won also at Sonoma and again at Indianapolis, and now gets a win in the Irish Hills of Michigan as the GM Goodwrench team does it again, the Dale Earnhardt colors. Goes to victory lane here today, and I tell you, lap car Trent Dunham, he screwed just about everybody else's day coming to the 2 to go, including Seth Cole, who, by the way, dropped to 4th in it. So it could have been worse for Seth as Dunham decided to go to the low side and just about troll everybody else. But you hate to see a finish go that way, though. But for Cole Deaver, thank goodness for him. Thank goodness it ended the way it did for him. Joshua Osborne, you can't say he didn't try not come up that fourth corner on the last lap as he ends up finishing 2nd. Caleb Fogler comes home 3rd. 4th goes to Seth Cole. Nathan Ormond, a solid day for that 33 team, finishes 5th. 6 goes to Mike Becker. Cody McGurk, how about that 9 team? Finishes in 7th position in the Melling Performance Ford. Mitchell Hodak comes home in 8th position. Ben Cohen 9th, and the 5 car of Austin Reed finishes in 10th position. Average speed 149.413 miles an hour. Boy, just tremendous event racing here today. 67 thousandths of a second is the margin of victory in today's event here, and just tremendous, just exciting racing at Michigan. That's all I can say right there. Just exciting stuff here. Rest of the finishing order for you here today. Christian Bracken, how about that 12th team, finishes in 11th position. Raphael LeDuc dropped to 12th, so Cole Deaver's going to gain some points on the 66 team coming into Bristol, but he's still got quite a ways to go to catch up to Raphael. But there's still 10 races left on the season, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that all plays out by the time we get to Atlanta for the season finale. John Andrews comes home in 13th position. Alan Liara 14th. Dylan Posey, the outside pole sitter, 15th position. Jessica Shelton, the pole sitter, 16th. 17th will go to Eric Monaco. 18th to Zachary Fitzwater. 19th to Kyle Matthews. And 20th to Andrew Miller. Colin Cropley, 21st. Laura Chung, 22nd. Dylan Young, 23rd. The outside... Actually, Young was the outside pole sitter, not Poteet. Excuse me on that one. Dylan Young, 23rd. Tito McCoy, 24th. 25th will go to Lyle Austin. Wes McCoy, 26th. Paul Minnick, 27th. Reggie Fogelman, 28th. Noah Sewell, 29th. And Aubrey Scott was the last car on the lead lap, finishing in 30th position. 31st goes to Ryan Brommer, 1 lap down. Charles Sanford, 2 laps down in 32nd. And the car stuck in 3rd gear. Trent Dunham ends up 4 laps down in 33rd position. You know Trent's going to be happy that race is over with as well, too. And they're going to want to get that car transmission fixed by the time we go to the next intermediate track on the tour, which will be at Darlington, South Carolina, which will be 2 races from now, actually. Bristol's next on the tour on the short track. Cars down race here: Tori Gossett, Alexander Rowe, Keith Batson, and Quentin Moore. So that's your finisher here today at Bristol at where are we, Qualls? At Michigan Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan. Here, congratulations once again to Cole Deaver, the winner of the Champion Spark Plug 400, the first 3-time winner this season. And if you'd like to see it, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports Gaming Channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole desires to have for a show. Be sure to check out Seth's Tourist Cup Series, the main series on this channel. And if you want any future seasons of Seth Series, be sure to get with Seth, and he'll get you going. Also, be sure to check out our other channel that's NNSCRA offline. That channel being X867539 X867539 It's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Bubble Cup Series. And also be sure to check out the channel he and Kyle Matthews do together, that channel being We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park fan, then We the Coasters is the channel for you. Subscribe to that channel for some cool stuff, and also subscribe to channel X867539 X for some cool stuff as well too. Also don't forget to subscribe to this channel you're watching here, the Internet Series Sports Gaming Channel, for some cool stuff as well too. So that will do it here today at Michigan Speedway. For now, this is James Qualls with the production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 11 years of offline racing. So we'll see you at the High Banks of Bristol for the Busch 500 night race.